Fantastic. All right. Thank you all for being here. That was a really great presentation from Cardano by Fred. And I think we're going to touch on more of the topics that he did when talking about building longevity and value now. We have various layer 1 protocols that are going to be talking to us now. We have Maud from Alephium. If I present that, yes, fantastic. And we're going to be discussing a little bit about the project protocol and how we can build value and build for longevity, because of course we're not just here for the bull cycles, we also have to go through the bearish ones. So yeah, let's talk about how we're doing that. Would you like to see it?
Of course.
Yeah? Fantastic, thank you.
Hi, I'm very happy to be able to start and telling you a little bit how we build for longevity and value at Alephium. So maybe the first thing, I can introduce myself. My name is Maud Bannwart. I work for Alephium and I'm responsible for everything that is not development related. So if you have any super technical question, I won't be the right person, but for everything else, I'm the one. So what is Alephium? So Alephium is a layer 1. Why did we build another layer 1, and what was the vision behind? We believe that longevity in the blockchain space overall comes through diversity of choice. And right now, if you want to build a smart contract or decentralized application in terms of foundational technology, you only have one big choice right now, which is building on the account model and proof of stake. This is what dominates the industry. And this is great, but it has trade-off, and we wanted to offer to the industry another route to explore for people who wanted to explore different trade-off. So what we focused on is really building for scalability, smart contract security, and reducing energy consumption, because we are UTXO and proof of work based. So we have innovated on the core technology of Bitcoin to deliver scalable, secure, and efficient smart contract platform. So I will talk a little bit about the tech, but not too deep. So how do we address scalability at Alephium? We have a core algorithm called Blockflow that leveraged the UTXO model to build very efficient and elegant sharding mechanism. So sharding, for those of you who don't know, is just basically we are running multiple chains in parallel. And the way our sharding implementation may differ from what is seen right now in the industry, and this is due to us being UTXO based, is that the way we handle transaction within a chain or across a chain, we have the same user experience because we can do this in a single step with the same security mechanism. A lot of the sharding implementation that are left today have at least 2 steps for transactions that are across shards, and often use a different securitization mechanism for the transaction, which results in a very different user experience for people transacting on the chain. When it comes to smart contract security, because we have a new model, a new UTXO model called the stateful UTXO model, it basically splits the way we handle smart contract and token. Smart contract have a concept of state, so they are basically handled the same way you would do on Ethereum or on any account-based chain, but the tokens still benefit from the UTXO model, benefit from the security of the UTXO model, and introduces new paradigm like true peer-to-peer transaction, because you're able to put in multiple input into the same transaction. And because we have this unique model, we had the opportunity to build our own virtual machine in smart contract language. And because we do not come first, we have the opportunity also to learn from the pitfall that is seen in the industry and to try to address them right away. So our virtual machine, by technological choice, but also by design, really addresses and mitigate most of the common attack that you see on EVM, for example. And our smart contract language was really built, the combination, of our virtual machine and smart contract, they were built together so that the developer experience is as good as it can be, and that we make it easy to build secure smart contracts. Because right now it is very easy to make a mistake that can be very costly in the industry, and obviously this is why we have the rise of smart contract auditing with, sometimes various level of success. And I think one other very important innovation that we have here at Alephium is what we do on the energy consumption front, because this is one of the main criticism of proof of work, even though, depending on your personal belief, proof of work does offer we believe, right? A higher level of decentralization and trustlessness, but also accessibility. We wanted, and we also feel like it's really a consensus mechanism that has been time-tested. But we wanted to address this concern, and I think an easy way to visualize what we do at Alephium when it comes to this is up until a certain level of decentralization of the network, we are exclusively proof-of-work based. But once we pass this level of decentralization and hash rate, instead of being exclusively proof-of-work, we are what you could see simplistically as a combination of proof-of-work and proof-of-burn. So miners are still asked to increase the computational power, but it's not following the same growth, and you kind of cap a little bit the computational power needed, and the difference is being paid upfront by burning coin. So like this, you continue to increase the security of the chain, but you cap the energy consumption. And maybe to give you an idea and kind of quantify what I'm talking about, if we were ever so lucky to have the same network usage and the same network characteristic as Bitcoin, we would consume around almost 90% less of the energy. And so this is a really kind of an overview of all of our technological innovation that are brought together on Alephium. And just maybe a side note is that this is a chain that is live. The mainnet was launched a year and a half ago. And for us, another point that can be seen in our technological choice, but it's also accessibility. And accessibility doesn't translate just in our technological choice, but everything that we've done. So we spent really a lot of time working on our wallet, any front-end interface that we are the one providing. We have a very full-fledged SDK for developer to build, because we really want to make it easy and accessible at every level for everyone to build on Alephium. And another thing I'd say that may be interesting when you look at Alephium and how we build for longevity is obviously we're very early stage, so right now the core team and the core contributor are still doing the majority of the work. But what we are striving for is really how can we shift this and have what used to be the core team kind of fades into the community? How can we build true value so that the people that are benefiting from our technology have an incentive to contribute and continue to develop it in the way where they want to see it? So we have a very small team. We have raised what can be considered as a conservative amount compared to some of the fundraise we've seen in the industry, really because what we are trying to achieve is to offer a utility, offer an option for people when they are looking on what they can build. But we don't want to develop an ecosystem that would be artificially maintained by influx of funds. We want to build something that people see value in and are interested in contributing and seeing it provide more value to more people. And we have worked really hard with Alephium. We really feel like, we hope, and this is really what we want to do, is to really ignite the industry interest for the potential of UTXO-based blockchain for smart contract application and as a true alternative to what dominates the industry today. And this is a little bit everything that we do on this topic, and I will take any question if you have.
Fantastic. I think we do have the time for 2 quick questions. I'd love to ask one, as I saw it in your slides here, on the basis of we stopped to a certain extent talking about the tech and more about what it enables. Yeah. And a lot of the longevity towards that is, of course, the community in this room and the community that is going to be around that. I mean, how are you looking to bring various projects beyond maybe, let's say, that wonderful tech stack that you have to the protocol to build for the future?
Yeah. So one way we do this, we look really about how we can incentivize and make it easy, support people who build on Alephium. Obviously, one of the most used mechanism would be a grant program and things like this. We're trying to, we're not going to reinvent the wheel. This is obviously something that we are already offering, but we are trying to expand it maybe a little bit beyond and offer, like, if you're building a crypto project, eventually you're going to need to talk to a lawyer. And if you don't, maybe you should. So we want to try and have, partners from our ecosystem that would be, in addition to providing financial support, also offering maybe legal, marketing, and even funding, because we have obviously a network of investors that will be interested in supporting our project, and basically combining all of those resources and making them really easily available for people who want to build in Alephium. I think another thing that we have, being very early in a small team, is that we are also very accessible, so quite hands-on. So I think we really want to work hand in hand with people coming to build on Alephium and to really help them leverage the full power that it can have.
Fantastic, wonderful. I might just have the thing for you. We'll keep that for later. So do we have a question here from Maud by any chance? Could hear a pin drop. No? Okay, maybe one. I mean, look, we are in Zug, we're in the Crypto Valley. I mean, any particular reason in you being in Switzerland? Do you have any other geographic, let's say, horizons? Are you looking at other places around the world? Tell us more about, that choice, potentially.
I guess we also took a little bit of a step a little bit different from the crypto industry here in Switzerland. So we are incorporated in Neuchâtel. I know, I'm sorry, don't tell anyone. We are incorporated in Neuchâtel, but the reason that we chose Switzerland specifically was, first, we were in Switzerland. We are all, the majority of the team is based here in Switzerland. But I think Switzerland has the benefit of having a true crypto ecosystem. Regulator, even though people have opinion about regulator, it is still a regulator that is open to discussion. We might not like the result of those discussions, but at least there is a line of communication. Especially in Zug with the tax authorities, it is the same. People are trying to educate themselves and to work with the crypto ecosystem to make it part of the space. And I think this is something that is very unique to Switzerland, this direct line of communication between crypto project and the various administration, and that want to develop the industry. And there is also like a wealth of talent and people from all over the world. So.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And you see, the Crypto Valley is really inclusive, even of those that come from Neuchâtel. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Maud. Let's give her a round of applause.